Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inspired and Empowered Living TV show and podcast for a thriving business and life. And we are live on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern on talk4tv.com, w4wn.com, and my YouTube channel. And you can hear the podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Apple, Amazon, and many more. So today we are going to continue to talk about empowered manifestation, creating a soul-aligned business and life for 2026, part 2. And learn today how to align with your soul's purpose, with your business and life goals so that you can thrive in 2026. Learn strategies to manifest abundance and success in your personal and professional life. And we'll explore the power of intuition and mindset to create the opportunities that resonate with your true self. And learn about how you can overcome limiting beliefs and step into your most empowered version of yourself. Get inspired to set clear intentions and take aligned action. Together, let's create a life and business you love. I'm your host, Nancy Deutsch, licensed clinical social worker and certified hypnotherapist, an intuitive business expert. I combine my counseling, coaching, and intuition to transform your life. This show is not a replacement for therapy or counseling. It is for educational purposes only. So let's talk about a soul-aligned business and life and what that really means, getting back to the basics. And when you're in that soul-aligned life and business, you're feeling peaceful. You're feeling loving and joyful, grateful. And when you're in that soul-aligned business, you feel on purpose, you feel fulfilled, you feel like you're right on target, you're hitting the target, you're in the flow. All of that energy is all part of what happens when you're in that soul alignment. When you're out of alignment, what you will feel is you feel frustrated, irritable. You may feel really fearful and anxious, unfulfilled, and stuck. And so it's really important for you to really get clear where you're at right now in any moment. So when you want to manifest the life and the business that your soul is calling you, that you are really wanting in your heart, in your soul. And remember, your heart, when your heart is speaking to you, it's your soul speaking to you. When you feel in that alignment, you are moving through it. And you're able to take the steps, aligned, inspired action steps. And we're going to go through more of it as we go through the show. And I want to get back to some questions that we had last week and just address those questions. So last week, Mickey had asked, do we ever deceive ourselves? Because what I was talking about was being in alignment and connecting with your heart and your soul and being really present to what it is your heart and soul are wanting. And if and I did cover this last week, but I felt it was really important to cover this again because it's really important information. Yes, you can deceive yourself. When you're coming from your soul and you're feeling that energy of peace or joy or love or gratitude, and you're in that alignment, that is your soul. When you start to feel ways to define it, if you're feeling like you have to do it, or you're pushing yourself, or that if you don't do it, you're F up. You're messed up or you're a failure. Those are the things to watch out for. Because if you're saying those things to yourself, you're not in alignment. And what you may be deceiving yourself. You may be deceiving yourself about what you're really needing or wanting, or your soul is desiring. There's that word, desiring to bring forth into this world and to create. And you are the vehicle. You are the vehicle to express. Only you know how unique and different you are, how special you are. There, out of billions of people on this planet, there is only you, one unique you. And you have a purpose and a mission. And it may change over the course of your lifetime. But I want you to know it's about tuning into what feels aligned and in the flow. And if you're in a lot of have to's, guess that's the good thing. If you feel like you have to do something, there's ego involved. And it doesn't mean that, because sometimes what happens when you're working on creating something, your ego and your soul both want it. But when you're in the ego energy around it, it can block you from being able to have that manifestation. So I'm hoping that that helps clarify. And so when you are not sure if you're deceiving yourself, and I think I said this last week and I'm saying it again, you start asking yourself questions. Is this my truth? Is this my soul's truth? Is this for my highest good to manifest? And then it's about sitting quietly in your body and tuning in and being quiet and seeing what feels true. When it feels true, you can feel that alignment, or you feel a sense of peace or quietness. When there's some kind of thing that's out of alignment, there is something there for you to pay attention to. So it may be deception, or it may be something that needs to be cleared in order for you to get back into alignment, so that you can then manifest what you're being guided, what your soul is guiding you to do. So hopefully that helps all of you get clarity about what you're working on manifesting. Mickey says, how do you know if you are stuck or settling? Okay, so Mickey, how do you know? If you're feeling stuck, like, I guess the picture, the visualization is, it's like you're in this mud and you feel like it's so hard to move. It feels like a struggle. I'm going back to the feelings. If you feel like you're struggling, or you're really confused and you're spinning your wheels, or you're spinning and you're not you feel like you're moving in circles or that on the hamster wheel, and you feel like nothing's happening or you're not moving towards where you feel on some level your soul wants you to go. There's a stuckness. And usually that's stuck, whether you're stuck or settling, I will tell you both of those symptoms come from some kind of past limiting beliefs or emotions that are not resolved. So when you're feeling stuck, it's really hard to move, or you feel paralyzed, you feel like you can't. When you're settling, you're in your life, but it's not feeling right. There's something feels off. Like if you're in a relationship or you're in a job and you're like, I feel like I could do better, or I want to do better. I want to move more towards my goals. Now, if you're in a relationship and a job, now I want you to know that sometimes when you're working on that soul manifestation, miracles happen, and you can transform the things that you think you're settling into something that, wow, this is what I really want. On the other hand, if you feel like you're settling, then one of the things, and again, this is about listening to your intuition. And because your intuition and your heart will tell you if you need to stay or go. Now, and that doesn't always mean it's easy. Sometimes the harder thing may be to stay when the relationship or the job is bringing up a lot of your stuff. But your soul may be guiding you to stay because you have things that you need to work out for your soul's growth. And then the other possibility is if it's you need to go, that it's for your highest good to leave to find something that's better for you. And so it's really, again, this is tuning into the deeper you, the deeper knowing within you, where your intuition is. So, Mickey, I'm hoping that helps sort things out a little bit. If you need more guidance or more information or more understanding, let me know. More questions. I'm here for you, along with everybody else that types into the chat so that I can answer your questions. I love answering your questions. So, and then I'm going to go back to a question that Anastasia asked last week. And she asked, why do we worry so much? So part of what I was talking about is in order for you to hear your heart and soul, it's about being in the quietness and the stillness. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is quieting your mind. And it's about finding the tools that will help you to quiet your mind so that you can tune in to your heart and your soul. And when that happens, things change. I'll give you an example. I was doing a group the other day, and a few people had ideas of what we were talking about, the word of the day. And I've had this with clients as well, where they thought it was one thing, that they were coming from their head. It made sense. But when I dropped them into your heart, into their heart and soul, what happened is it shifted. And what happens is that, and I've seen this time and time again, is that your head thinks one thing, and which is it could be that those thoughts. This is what I think. This is what I think I should do. And then when you go, shifted where? So When you're in your head and your mind, you may be in thinking mode. You're think. Okay, thinking. And so what happens is you are in this thinking mode. And if you quiet and you breathe and you ground and you center using your breath, think tools that I talk about, using your breath, coming into your breath, feeling your feet, and you start tuning into your heart, you'll notice that what you thought your head was thinking is different than what your heart and soul are thinking. I'll give you an example. So let's say you are thinking, you know, I really need to leave this position. It's just not working for me. I have so much, things, disagreements, conflict. And so you think, all right, well, you need to leave. But you drop into your heart and your soul is saying, no, it's not time to leave yet. And it doesn't mean we don't know when the time is, but it's not time to leave yet, because there are certain things that you still need to figure out, relationships or things to resolve within yourself and with others before you leave that job, that position. And you'll know when it's right, or the universe will say, okay, time's up, you're out of there. And it may be that you get let go, you lose your job. I know that's happening for a lot of people right now. And know that losing your job, it could be the opportunity that you've waited for. It all depends on how you look at it. Now, I'm not saying that, because sometimes there's a lot of grief when you are let go. And listen, I know, because I've been there. As a social worker, I used to work in jobs at community centers, and I was let go because of budget cuts. And so, no. And what happened for me, and I'm going to share the story because I feel like it's important. What happened for me is I was let go. The last time that I was let go, well, the first time I was let go from a full-time social work position, I was demoted to half-time, and then I was cut. And you know what? I was really upset, but I got time to process and heal. And then I found another position as a social worker in another community center. And then after a certain amount of time, and in the meantime, I was doing my work. I was working on what I really wanted. Like, my dream was to be doing what I am now. It was to be speaking and doing this radio show, TV show. And it was to be teaching and coaching and sharing my wisdom and knowledge. But at the time, I was in jobs that I really didn't want to be in. And then what happened was I was let go, and I was freaking out and scared. Not to say that I wasn't. But what happened was that I did my work. And I really worked on, okay, what's my next step? What do I need to do? And what happened was opportunities started to happen. Now, this is important, that manifestation is doing the inner work so that you're in alignment vibrationally. And what I mean by vibrationally is energetically, you're in alignment for what you want. And in order to be in that alignment, it's about clearing the energy that you need to clear. So what happened was I continued to do my clearing and whatever I needed to do. And then I started getting referrals. And my private practice was born. That was the beginning of my own business. And as it went on, I was like, I felt so excited. I was finally doing what I wanted. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it was always smooth sailing. There's definitely times and challenges as an entrepreneur, but I will tell you, it's continuing to do the inner work so that you keep manifesting what you are being guided to manifest. So it's really getting clarity on that place of tuning in to your heart, to your soul. And the question that Anastasia had asked was, why do we worry so much? And we worry because you've learned it. You have learned, it's a learned reaction. And so I would invite you to ask yourself, how is worry serving me? There's a reason why you're worrying. Ask yourself, how is it serving me? What purpose is it serving? And you may be surprised. And remember, I talked about journaling and writing at the top of the page the question, and then writing and allowing the information to flow, not thinking, and really allowing that to flow and to come through you, and breathing and allowing and writing, coming out of your head and into your body so that you can really come into understanding. So Misty asks, can worry really serve anything? Well, it's serving a purpose, a subconscious. All right, so here's my opportunity to talk about the conscious, subconscious, and superconscious minds. So your conscious mind brought you here. Your conscious mind is asking questions. Your conscious mind is with me. So thank you, conscious mind of yours, for bringing you here, whether it's live or you're tuning in at a later time. And your conscious mind makes empowered decisions. It's your subconscious mind, from the moment you were conceived to present time, that has recorded everything that has happened to you. So limiting beliefs and emotions are in your subconscious mind. And what happens, and then your superconscious mind is your soul, your higher self, that wise, unconditionally loving part of you. And your superconscious mind is the universe, your angels, your guides. It's all of the beings that are here to help you. And there's many. All of you have lots of guides. And so, can worry really serve anything? Worry serves a part of your ego. Yes, we see hi. I don't know who said hi, but I see the hi. Hello. But back to Misty. And so it's serving some purpose for your ego. But when you go into, when you really want to be in the higher vibration, and you want to be in that place where you're in alignment with what you want to manifest, worry doesn't have a place. Empowered manifesting, there is no worry. And when you're in that place of soul and place of higher self and your place of peace or joy or love or trust, there's no worry. There is faith and trust that it will all work out. And so worry has been conditioned into you, into your family, into the culture where we've been conditioned to worry. I know. I get it. I can worry too. But then when I think about it, and I've said this to people, and I remember hearing this a while ago. What if you turned worry into prayers? So instead of worrying, start to pray and ask for help or guidance or faith or trust to move through what you're worried about. And a lot of times, 85% of the time when you're worried, it doesn't come true. And if you really look at the energy of worry, how is it serving you? If you look at it, it's really not. It's actually maybe wasting your energy. And I'm going to give you examples. Like, for example, some of my clients, like a lot of times clients have said, well, what if? A lot of times the worry is about the future. It is you're worried about the future. Or you're worried about someone you love and something happening to them, present or future. What if you allowed yourself to turn those worries into prayers instead and allow the worry to subside, to leave? And bringing yourself back to present time, because worry is a state of future fear. Bring yourself back, breathe, ground. And when you're in present time and you're in your body and you're praying or you're asking for help or you're opening to your soul or your intuition, another thing you can do instead of worry is ask your guidance, your intuition. What can I do instead? Or how can I reframe or think about this differently so that I'm thinking positively? Because that's really what it is. Worry is not positive energy. It's fear energy. And so you want to turn it into positive energy so that you're working and manifesting higher energy, higher vibration. So hopefully that helps. And Anastasia says, do you have to be religious to get prayers to matter? Absolutely not. Okay? Absolutely not. God, the universe, higher power, your divine energy, your guides, your angels, your beings of light are waiting for you to ask, are waiting for you to pray. It's okay for you to ask and pray, no matter what religion, no matter what. You don't have to be a religion. You don't even have to believe. But I support you in asking to be open to the miracles, the possibilities, the magic that can be around for you. And so prayer is for everyone. It is for everyone. And the studies of prayer have been amazing. There have been studies of when researchers have brought communities together to pray. And during that time, violence went down. And they actually were able to monitor it. And so prayer is powerful, and you don't need to be any religion. God, goddess, all it is, universe, higher power. Like I said, angels, guides, beings of light hear you no matter what. So I really want to support all of you. It's okay to pray. I pray a lot. I turn um, Rebel's my engineer. Rebel and I pray before the show so that I have a good show and that I'm bringing through the information that you need to hear during the show. Now, I don't always cover everything that I want to cover, but what's more important to me is that I'm in the energy of the flow so that I am bringing through the information that you need most in that moment. And so I am here to support all of you in opening to prayer. And you don't have to have it in a specific way. I mean, there are prayer books that are not religious. There are places that you can go. But you don't have to go anywhere. You can pray anywhere. And God, angels, guides hear you. And the prayer is asking. Like if you say, let's say you're worried about money, okay? Common prayer these days, a common worry, I should say. And you're like, I'm really worried. I'm really worried about my, how am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to do it? What if you were to say, thank you. I am asking, I am grateful, I am thankful, or please, I am open to the financial miracles manifesting. Thank you. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. I am grateful. Help me to be able. You don't have to do it in a specific way. It could just flow. Let it just come from your heart. Doesn't have to be specific or any specific way. So I invite all of you to pray any way you can, any way you need to, any way that helps you to heal your heart, to heal your soul, to help you to move out of a place of worry and fear into a place of calmness or peace. You can ask for help in helping to relieve the fear, helping to remove the fear. Show me what I can do to help me, or show me what I need to do in order to create more financial abundance. Guide me. And I thank you. And you want to be in gratitude. And we're going to get to all of this at some point. And you want to be in gratitude that you're in process or that it's already happened. So I am going to do something for my master class that's coming up tonight. And then we'll go back to the intentions. So I'm very excited. Tonight I have, and this links. So if you do this link and you're listening to this tonight or you're listening to another time, this link will show you the next masterclass. And if not, you can always email me. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is confidence, clarity, and clients. Attract your holistic clients and increase your income. And we're going to be talking about how to help you gain soul level clarity, increase your income without overworking, and create momentum with ease and consistency. And go to the link inspiredandempoweredliving.com/masterclass. The name of the show, inspiredandempoweredliving.com/masterclass, MASTERCLASS. And that will bring you to the link to register. And I look forward to connecting with you all soon. I look forward to seeing you. So, and it's free. It's a free virtual masterclass, just to let you know. So, going back to what we were talking about, which is creating your intentions. You want to make sure, first of all, you may have a lot of things you want to manifest, but you want to make sure that you're not doing too many. And then there are times where some manifestations can be under others. Like, for example, healing a part of your body could be under health. I am healthy and I am healed. Could be in, not specifically. So there you are able to combine things. And again, you want this to come from your heart and your soul. And you'll feel it. It will feel like when you're in that alignment and you're connected with your heart and your soul, you will feel the click like, oh, this feels right. You don't want to use any negative words. No negative words. No no's, no can'ts, no don'ts, no shouldn'ts, no having to's, even though haven't. But I don't want to support you. I want to support you in first you want to say I am. And even if you can't totally feel the whole manifestation, like I am in the process of creating the financial freedom that I desire, or I am in the process of creating the radiant health that I know, or feeling my body is healed. I am in the process of healing my body, or I am healed. I am healthy. I am healed. Those are all examples of the intentions you want. I am statements, positive I am statements. And you don't want more than three. That's it. Because if you have more than that, it'll be too much. So focus on 3 at a time. And if you don't have 3, if you have 1, that's fine. If you have 2, that's fine. But I wouldn't support you in doing more than 3 because it will get overwhelming for you. And so you want to be able to do those manifestations, and you want to make sure that you create and you want to create it so it's happening in present time. I am in the process, or it's already happened. I am so grateful for my healthy, healed body. I am so grateful, because grateful is a really powerful word to use when it's the feeling state you want to be in order to know that you feel the manifestation. Because here's the thing, to really manifest, you need to feel it. It's something that you're feeling. You can't think the manifestation into existence. We haven't gotten to that state of human development yet. Right now, where it's about feeling it in your body, knowing it, believing it, having clarity. And we'll be talking more about all of this next week. I can feel I'm going to continue. So it's really about using statements that are strong. And I invite you, like, if any of you that come to the show live, if you want to write, and I invite you all to come to the show live if you can. If you want to write in your statement, and you want me to look at it to see if it's for the highest way possible. I'm really great at that. I'm great at helping you to really hone in on your intentions so that they're very clear and more concise. You want it to be concise, not too long and long and long and long. If it's too long, it will also get overwhelming. So I invite you to do that and join me. There are no have tos, but I'm inviting you to. And then we're going to continue to talk about more about what is it that you need in order to bring in that manifestation into form. So to be continued next time. Today we talked about how taking worry and bringing it into a prayer. You don't have to be religious. All you need is to just talk to God or higher power or universe or the light and angels and guides and beings. You just need to ask. It's like having a conversation. Imagine that you're talking to the beings and you're asking for help. And I also want you to know asking is really important because we have free will. We need to ask for their help. And so when you pray and ask for help, that's great. And I also want you to know you can never ask too much because the universe, God, angels, guides, your ancestors, they want you to be happy. They want you to get what you want, as long as it's for your highest good. And they're here to help when you ask. And again, we'll talk more about highest good, and I'll share more about all of that more next week. And so, besides just really allowing yourself to know that you deserve, and it's about tuning in to your heart, to your soul, and knowing that you're in the process of manifesting your destiny and what your heart and soul really wants for you. And so, Misty says, thank you. Thank you, Misty. So I am sending you all lots of inspired and empowered positive energy over the course of this week. And I wish you all an inspired and empowered day and night and week. Have a great one, everybody. Bye for now.